Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. An introduction to VMware Site Recovery Manager, SRM, with code examples, powercli. This tutorial provides a comprehensive introduction to VMware Site Recovery Manager, SRM, a powerful business continuity and disaster recovery solution. We'll cover its core concepts, architecture, setup considerations, and provide practical examples using powercli to automate common tasks. Understanding Site Recovery Manager, SRM. Site Recovery Manager, SRM, automates and simplifies the disaster recovery process, enabling you to quickly and predictably recover virtualized applications in the event of a disaster. Instead of relying on manual, error-prone procedures, SRM orchestrates the replication, failover, and failback of VMS between a primary, protected, site and a secondary, recovery, site. Key benefits of SRM **** automated disaster recovery * reduces the recovery time objective, RTO, by automating the recovery process, minimizing downtime and data loss. Orchestrated failover and failback * provides controlled and predictable failover and failback operations with predefined recovery plans. Non-disruptive testing * allows regular testing of recovery plans without impacting production environments, ensuring preparedness. Centralized management * simplifies management and monitoring of the entire DR process through a single interface. Integration with vSphere and storage replication * leverages existing vSphere infrastructure and integrates seamlessly with various storage replication solutions. Reduced recovery costs * minimizes downtime, improves efficiency, and streamlines the recovery process, leading to significant cost savings. 2. Core concepts * protected site * the primary data center where your production virtual machines run. Recovery site * the secondary data center where virtual machines are recovered in case of a disaster at the protected site. vCenter server * required at both the protected and recovery sites to manage the vSphere environment. Site Recovery Manager, SRM, server * installed at both the protected and recovery sites. These instances communicate with each other and with the vCenter servers to manage the DR process. Replication * the process of copying virtual machine data from the protected site to the recovery site. SRM supports various replication methods: storage-based replication, vSphere replication. Storage Replication Adapter, SRA, a plugin that allows SRM to communicate with and manage storage-based replication solutions. SRAs are vendor-specific, example for Dell EMC, NetApp, Hope. Protection groups * collections of virtual machines that are replicated together and recovered as a unit. Recovery plans * orchestrated workflows that define the steps to be taken during a failover or failback operation. These plans specify the order in which VMS are powered on, network configurations, and other critical settings. Recovery time objective, RTO, the maximum acceptable time for an application to be unavailable after a disaster. SRM helps achieve desired RTOs through automated recovery processes. Recovery point objective, RPO, the maximum acceptable data loss in the event of a disaster. This is determined by the replication frequency. Planned migration * a controlled and orderly movement of virtual machines from the protected site to the recovery site for planned maintenance or other scheduled events. Disaster recovery * an unplanned failover to the recovery site due to an unexpected outage at the protected site. Failback the process of returning virtual machines from the recovery site back to the protected site after the issue at the protected site is resolved. 3. Architecture The basic SRM architecture consists of the following components. 1. Protected site vCenter server. Site recovery manager, SRM, server. Storage replication adapter, SRA, if using storage-based replication. vSphere replication appliance, if using vSphere replication. 2. Recovery site vCenter server. Site recovery manager, SRM, server. Storage replication adapter, SRA, if using storage-based replication. vSphere replication appliance, if using vSphere replication. 3. Replication infrastructure storage arrays, if using storage-based replication. vSphere replication servers, if using vSphere replication. Communication flow 1. The SRM servers at the protected and recovery sites are paired to establish a secure connection. 2. The SRM server at the protected site communicates with the vCenter server to discover the virtual machines and infrastructure. 3. The SRA, if used, enables SRM to manage storage replication. SRM communicates with the SRAs to configure replication settings, monitor replication status, and initiate failover operations on the storage arrays. 4. The recovery plan defines the steps to be executed during a failover. 5. During a failover, the SRM server at the recovery site orchestrates the following. Bringing the replicated storage online. Powering on the virtual machines in the defined order. Reconfiguring virtual machine networks. Running custom scripts or commands, if configured. 4. Setting up SRM Setting up SRM involves a series of steps on both the protected and recovery sites. Here's a high-level overview. 1. Prerequisites ensure vCenter server is installed and configured at both sites. Verify that the sites have adequate resources, compute, storage, network, to support the recovered virtual machines. Configure DNS and network connectivity between the sites. Ensure that clocks are synchronized between the sites, using NTP. Install the storage replication adapter, SRA, on both SRM servers if you're using storage-based replication. Consult your storage vendor for the appropriate SRA. Deploy vSphere replication appliances if you're using vSphere replication. 2. Installation Download the SRM installer from VMware. Install the SRM server on a dedicated virtual machine at both the protected and recovery sites. Follow the installation wizard, providing the required information, vCenter server addresses, administrator credentials, database settings. 3. Pairing the sites After installation, log into the SRM server at one site. Use the SRM interface to pair the site with the SRM server at the other site. This establishes a secure connection between the two SRM instances. 4. Configuring storage replication If using storage-based replication, configure the replication relationships between the storage arrays at the protected and recovery sites. Consult your storage vendor's documentation for specific instructions. In SRM, configure the storage replication adapters, SRAs, to connect to the storage arrays. 5. Creating protection groups Asterisk create protection groups to group virtual machines that should be replicated and recovered together. Asterisk select the data stores containing the virtual machines you want to protect. Asterisk choose the replication type, storage-based replication or vSphere replication. 6. Creating recovery plans. Asterisk create recovery plans to define the steps to be executed during a failover. Add virtual machines to the recovery plan, specifying the order in which they should be powered on. Configure network settings, such as IP address mapping and DNS settings. Add custom scripts or commands to be executed during the recovery process, example to start applications or perform post-failover tasks. 7. Testing the recovery plan. Regularly test the recovery plan in a non-disruptive manner to validate its effectiveness. Monitor the test results and make any necessary adjustments to the recovery plan. powercli examples for SRM automation. powercli, VMware's PowerShell module, provides a powerful way to automate SRM tasks. Here are some common examples. 1. Connecting to SRM servers. 2. Getting protection groups. 3. Getting recovery plans. 4. Running a test failover. 5. Cleaning up a test failover. 6. Running a planned migration. 7. Running a disaster recovery, failover. 8. Getting details of a recovery plan. Important considerations for powercli scripts. Error handling. Implement robust error handling to gracefully handle unexpected situations. Use try-catch blocks to catch exceptions and log errors. Logging. Add logging to your scripts to track the progress of operations and troubleshoot issues. Credentials management. Avoid hard-coding credentials in your scripts. Use secure methods for storing and retrieving credentials, example credential store, password vaults. Idempotency. Design your scripts to be idempotent, meaning that running the same script multiple times will have the same result. This is crucial for automation to handle potential failures. Testing. Thoroughly test your powercli scripts in a non-production environment before deploying them to production. Security. Follow security best practices for PowerShell scripting, such as using the latest version of PowerShell, restricting script execution policies, and enabling script signing. 6. Choosing a replication method. SRM supports two primary replication methods. Storage-based replication. Leverages the replication capabilities of your storage arrays. This is typically the preferred method for performance and scalability. Requires compatible storage arrays and storage replication adapters, SRAs. Pros. High performance, minimal impact on vSphere hosts, centralized management of replication. Cons. Requires specific storage hardware, can be more expensive to implement. vSphere replication. A hypervisor-based replication solution built into vSphere. Replicates virtual machine data at the ES11 host level. Pros. Hardware agnostic, easier to set up, lower cost compared to storage-based replication. Cons. Higher CPU and network overhead on vSphere hosts, may not be suitable for very large or I/O intensive virtual machines. Choosing the right replication method. The best replication method depends on your specific requirements and budget. Consider the following factors. *RPO and RTO requirements. Storage-based replication generally provides lower RPO and RTO values due to its higher performance. Budget. vSphere replication is a more cost-effective solution. Existing infrastructure. If you already have compatible storage arrays, storage-based replication may be the preferred option. Virtual machine size and I/O requirements. vSphere replication may not be suitable for very large or I/O intensive virtual machines. Complexity. vSphere replication is typically easier to set up and manage. 7. Best practices for SRM implementation. Thorough planning. Carefully plan your SRM deployment, including defining recovery objectives, identifying critical applications, and designing recovery plans. Regular testing. Test your recovery plans regularly to ensure that they are effective and up to date. Documentation. Maintain comprehensive documentation of your SRM configuration, including recovery plans, network settings, and troubleshooting procedures. Monitoring. Monitor the health and performance of your SRM environment to proactively identify and address any issues. Training. Provide adequate training to your IT staff on how to use and manage SRM. Version compatibility. Ensure that your vCenter server, SRM server, SRAs, and vSphere replication appliances are compatible with each other. Network segmentation. Use network segmentation to isolate the recovery site from the protected site and to create test networks for non-disruptive testing. IP address management. Carefully plan your IP address management strategy to avoid conflicts during failover and failback. Consider using IP address customization rules in SRM. DNS configuration. Ensure that DNS is properly configured at both the protected and recovery sites. Consider using a dynamic DNS service to automatically update DNS records during failover. Automation. Automate common SRM tasks using powercli or other scripting tools to improve efficiency and reduce errors. 8. Conclusion. Site Recovery Manager is a robust and essential tool for building a comprehensive disaster recovery strategy. By understanding its core concepts, architecture, and configuration options, you can leverage SRM to protect your virtualized applications and ensure business continuity in the event of a disaster. The provided powercli examples serve as a starting point for automating your SRM environment and further streamlining your disaster recovery processes. Remember to tailor these examples to your specific environment and requirements, and always test thoroughly before deploying them to production. Keep abreast of the latest VMware documentation and best practices to optimize your SRM deployment. Good luck.